Boys, man. Whole lot of drippers, man. Whole lot of up top work, man. We gonna get into this Geechi Gotti. Been on the highway since I was 16, 17. Ended up going to the feds for, trafficking, conspiracy, state lines and shit like that. So Geechi Gotti apparently got arrested in Ohio. A battle rapper from Cali. Big dog in the battle stage era. Let's see what the fuck going on.
The way real and
For this video.
authentic over here. So I gotta start this off by saying, even though I ain't gonna say I don't like him. I don't like something that he said about me. And we ain't seeing eye to eye on that type of time. This ain't really no laughing matter. This video ain't made, this ain't gonna be one of those things where I'm laughing at dude and his situation. This is really me giving y'all a breakdown and what I think and what I see, just how it looks from my perspective, the perspective of somebody
And who blogs now, from my understanding.
That's done time in the system, that's seen a lot of cases, been involved in a lot of cases, Man, it's crazy, but I tell y'all all the time that battle rap money ain't what they make it. They gotta make it look good while they doing it.
Yeah, cause 50,000, there is no way that another year last year, he should be up 500. Like, at least be paying them to do it. You don't be the one doing it, nigga. You got bags to pick up. This is very unorganized, man. I don't know if they were set up or if somebody out them group is telling, but this sounds bad.
Because they gotta sell it to, the consumers. But man, that battle rap money, man, it ain't there like they be saying it's there. I'ma just put it like that. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at this news clip. We're gonna take a look at this article, and I'm gonna break some of this stuff down to y'all how I see things. Let's get into it.
Let's get to it.
Getaway that didn't quite get away.
So, when you get arrested out of town in little countries and shit with drugs, bro, they're gonna make you seem like the worst human that ever existed for going to another city. They're gonna put you on the news and the newspaper. I don't give a fuck what you did. You could get caught with a bag of weed and be from California.
And thousands of opioid pills recovered.
So 4 men from California are now charged here in Butler County. And tonight, newly released body camera video shows how quickly police caught up with them. Our WLWT News 5's Karen Johnson, live in Westchester with a story you'll see only here on WLW.
Off too though, bro. Niggas lucky they ain't get shot, bro. You know, pulling out, bro. Niggas scared to go to jail.
Hi, Karen.
Well, good evening again, Cherie. Yes, among those arrested and now charged with drug possession, a California-based rapper known as Geechi Gotti. His real name is
They love arrested rappers, boy.
Marcus Fandroy, and police say he was driving down I-75 last week in Westchester when police made this stop.
Pre-hype, like they gonna try to roof you. Ohio, they deal with a lot of shit, so this everything about this is federal. From the pullover, I'm gonna let y'all hear the story first.
The initial traffic stop on I-75 in Westchester was short-lived.
Now, this is something I want y'all to peep. Look at all the cars on this traffic stop. They car is the very front car. This is 2 cars that he got to walk.
Hey, bro, that's it. There's never in a million years where you get pulled over on a regular traffic stop and there's 5 cars. Like, they know what's going on, but how? And that's why I be saying about dealing with people. Watching them, and then you make a move with them, and then they just, you gotta move like a, what Wayne say? Sound like the G and lasagna.
Pass and you started at a 3rd car. So this is a 3 police car traffic stop. So at this point, they probably 15 or 20 minutes into the traffic stop for real, for real. It ain't like this was the very beginning. They don't, when you get pulled over on the highway, it don't be like a row of cars like that. You know, it'd be 1 car, then they call in for others. This is one of those situations. But I want y'all to peep that, though. Look at all of the cars. And it's the reason I'm saying that, but just peep that right there.
Especially 10 degrees, bro. Police officers ain't about to do all that for no traffic stop unless it's an investigation stop.
The suspects weren't getting far.
And peep how, as soon as he pulled off,
that was a bad move, bro. That's you try to pull off, bro. You gotta leave him. At least be in 2 separate cars or something, bro. Y'all gotta be more organized, bro. Y'all gotta niggas and not responsible, bro. Cause now they about to check back and see if y'all did this before, bro. Like, y'all, one monkey can stop a show. They say one monkey don't stop it. One monkey can stop a show.
the 2nd car pulled off right behind him. That officer was not out of the car at all. See, he pulling right off behind him. They was expecting them to try to smash off.
Yeah, it did hit sticks. It did hit sticks.
One exit south near the streets of Westchester. 4 men bailed.
Get down on the ground right now! Get down on the ground!
But police caught up.
I will shoot you! Get your hands in the air!
Westchester police arrested 4 men from California.
Why are y'all arresting me?
Because your name's Anthony Ellis and you've been breaking into pharmacies all over the place.
And that's the part that I really want y'all to pay attention to. That's what y'all notice how when he was getting arrested, he said, "What am I getting arrested for?"
Hey. Surprise you till you get down to I feel like the feds but to get the pills on the highway together to go sell them is
He said, because your name is woo woo and you've been breaking into pharmacies all over the place. So the reason I told y'all to peep how many cars they had on the stop and how that other car was prepared to pull off behind them, because this was an investigative stop. This was not a random traffic stop where they just so happened to get caught. You see the
Yeah, let me tell you about my situation. Indicted with my cousin. They was watching him. I was with him trapping. We get arrested. I get a bond. Well, we all get a bond, but him. I come home. The feds is looking for me. My face is up out of probation offices, on the news, newspapers. Like, they rented at my mom's house, my friend's house, my people's. Like, I'm trying to figure out how they even know I was staying where I was staying. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was on that run for 2 years. They arrested me. With the court. Fast forward that they're really investigating why I'm with them. Like, so feds wasn't no bonds, man. They wasn't giving niggas bonds, bro. Like, all these bonds niggas be getting is surprising to me. I'm not used to that, yo. I be feeling like there be frivolous shit going on because I'm not used to niggas getting bond out the Fed. You might get house arrest, but you ain't about to just get no bond.
officer knew who he was. That mean they know them by
And you to get house arrest is crazy.
face. They had these guys' face somewhere and knew exactly who they were watching and following and preparing to stop. They were already on top of everything. So
it's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open the
hey, this don't look good because the way they allowed the investigation to play out is like they allowed them to do everything that they needed them to do to set this up.
Yeah, crazy work.
To be a federal case.
Crazy work.
Just keeping it 100. I ain't wishing no ill on them, but I'm just peeping how they playing it. Like, okay,
with the money, with the work, in the trap. It's like, nigga, what?
they pull y'all over on the highway.
Nigga, what?
They get y'all in a traffic stop where they stop you and you thinking it's just a regular traffic stop. So they like, oh, okay, where you from? 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, he got a California ID. So he probably telling them I'm from California. I battle rap. I came out here to do something and now I'm getting ready to go back home type,
He better not say that.
That type of spiel. But just by saying that, if you said that, you've now given them a foundation to say he was about to cross state lines. You see, that's why they stopped them at the highway. We gonna let them go all the way till they about to cross state lines, and then we gonna stop them. And we can, because they set these situations up so they can present them to the feds. That's without doubt.
They're saying everything but a robbery. Like, was it given? No, they had money, so I'm not understanding. Maybe they made that money. Maybe they didn't rob the pharmacies. I'm trying to figure out. There's a bigger underlying statement here.
If you know, you know. If you don't, do your homework. The state will allow you to do certain things just so they can present your case to the feds. So it looked to me like this was a traffic stop.
They did an investigation. And I get not to arrest them on the highway, or it's gonna be a high-speed chase. Make it look like a regular traffic stop. Would look better.
An investigative stop. You know, they already knew who they was on. He just was watching them. They probably had them set up at certain posts, waiting to see if they come that way. Boom, here we go. We got them. They trying to cross state lines. Pull them over. Get them on body cam. Where you from? Oh, you was getting ready to go home, so you was sitting across state lines. And doing them probably just was like, damn, once they seen the other cars pulling up, once you see them other cars pulling up, you already know what time it is. So they probably like, damn, they finna get us out and try to search us, and they know they loaded.
Searched the rental car they were in.
We searched it thoroughly. There was a large amount of pharmaceuticals in the car that looked like they came just straight from the pharmacy.
Nearly 3,000 pain pills seized, including oxycodone, morphine, and Vicodin, drugs that investigators say were stolen.
The drugs that were found were from a pharmacy called the Medicine Shop in Bellevue, Ohio. We believe that cash was found as well that was taken from a pharmacy in Perrysburg, Ohio.
That's another bad sign, because now they got y'all with attempting to cross state lines. They get thousands of pills. Then they get cash, stuff taken from 2 separate locations. So they got something that matches those pills to that specific pharmacy. You know, they be having 8 bottles, and you know how they do that shit. I don't really know, but they know. They know how to match it. Pretty sure they're going to use them serial numbers and stuff to match up that money and where that money came from. And that's a bad look, bro. I ain't going to cap. That's a bad look. So now y'all know how this shit go. If it's over 10,000 cash, you popped. If it's over 10,000 cash, the Fed's definitely coming to knock, you know, but it's still looking bad just with the crossing state lines. You know, if they was using phones to communicate, that's unlawful communication, you know, unlawful use of a two-way communication. Like, it's so many different ways that the feds can come. You never know how they gonna come, if they gonna come. I ain't saying that they for sure about to pick this up. I'm just saying the way the officers talking, it looked like they setting it up for that. You know, the way the you see the headlines, men from
Niggas don't play that West Coast niggas coming over there, or anybody coming over there to get money. But at least it wasn't Fetty. At least it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? At least they was real.
California, you know, arrested in
Well, I hope they was real shit.
Ohio. So they already establishing that it's some out of towners came from another state. Then they stop y'all and, like I said, probably get you to say that you getting ready to go home, or you from California and you going somewhere else, you know, passing through or something like that. But somehow get you to say something to let them say, yeah, he was finna cross state lines with it, you know, and that's a possession with intent. Especially crossing them state lines, it looked federal. And there's more stuff that they gonna say that, you know, let's run it.
Detectives say they had their eyes on the men since one of them landed at CVG last week.
Y'all see what I mean, though? How they emphasizing certain things. He flew in last week. Rental car, you know what I mean? So they establishing somebody flew in, but they was gonna drive back after they did the, you know what I'm saying? It's all a setup. When they put information out like this, it's to catch federal attention.
Are you having trouble trying to keep up with your professor? You've got to try Otter.
If y'all know this right now, I'm just getting y'all hip. I ain't wishing that on nobody. I'm just telling y'all how they do things. When they put information out like this, it's to get federal attention. Men from California arrested in Ohio, 3,000 pills from one pharmacy, cash from another pharmacy, flew in, rental car exit. You see what I'm saying? It's to catch federal attention. They trying to see, they
There's something else. Yeah. There gotta be. This is a part of an investigation.
They're trying to see if it's any other situations that have happened like this where people got some evidence that might lean towards them doing this in some other states. That's what they on right now. That's why they make, even the reporters, they be in on it with the way they report stuff. They've been watching them since they landed. So they.
But do somebody got their location on, or we gonna follow on, man?
Y'all flying just to come do this. That's basically what they saying.
Tyrus Crew, Anthony Ellison, Laquan Miller, and Marcus Fantroy, also known as rapper Geechi Gotti, all now face drug possession charges.
Free Geechi, man. Shit. They be trying their best to get.
We're looking at over $10,000 to $15,000 worth of pharmaceutical drugs, at least. That's what it is to the pharmacy. That's not what it's worth on the street. So we're talking lots.
And you could tell they're used to seeing this because they usually would break it down into street value. I never really seen them break it down into pharmacy value. They usually would say 1 million in pills. Like they would say some shit like that. So for him to just say 10,000, like they kind of ain't really, that ain't even the main part of this case.
Lots and lots of bills.
Detective Kevin Berger said in court today, these men, quote,
look at gang, man. Sitting to a rapist probably, like, you know what I mean? When you be in there, you just don't even, you got to turn to a different person. Like, come on, man. Niggas look scared, man. Guys look scared, bro. Like, you just gotta chill when you in court, bro. This is only a prelim, bro. Like, this is just to see if you get a bond or not. You ain't even know what's going on yet.
Do this quite often.
But they're yellow. They're yellow and they're orange. So either they're federal already, because they're in different colors, or because there's no intake color. You don't get like an intake for a couple weeks, and then there's either it's unsentenced, the people that's not sentenced yet, then it's the people that is sentenced. They don't look like they're sentenced. The orange, they don't look like they're sentenced. Oh no, because the niggas next to him got yellow on. You see in the corner on the right, them two shirts is yellow. Okay.
And tonight, WLWT Investigates is still digging into who these people are, if they are possibly facing charges elsewhere. Also, I should note, here in Butler County, Judge Courtney Caparella Creamer found there was enough evidence to bind this case over to a grand jury.
This is still a non-violent case. Let's get that clear. There wasn't no violence involved. That's always a plus in the feds. You feel me? Yeah, get the drug program, get some time off.
Now, when they say bind over to a grand jury, what they mean is right now they are just charged with the traffic stop, the fleeing and eluding, whatever they got charged with for pulling off, and the possession. Right now, that's all they charge with, possession and the traffic stop offenses. But because it was part of an investigation, they are going to take all of the evidence to the grid. This is just enough to get them and hold them and take them to court like they just did and say, hey, do you think we have enough to send over to a grand jury? Yeah. Now they got like 60 days to take it to a grand jury. The grand jury will hear all of the evidence, and then they will.
You have it listen, you type it in, and then
normal felony charges for all of the different. So what he charged with right now ain't even what, the final charges will be. He gonna have some more charges pop up. Once they take it to a grand jury, that's when they start introducing all of the different counts, account for this spot, account for that spot, the different types of pills that they got, different counts, and for whatever type of substance or whatever level of substance they consider that. That's when you get to that part right there, So even though he held without bond right now, he might get a bond later on once they actually get, his felony charges and all of that together. He just in a municipal court right now. He gonna hit the common pleas court. That's the next step. He going to the common pleas court. It don't look good, man. And depending on how they charge him with this in the state, the feds could pick it up from the state. But I ain't gonna lie, sometimes the feds ain't really a bad thing, because sometimes you will get less time from the feds than you would get from some of.
I feel like niggas be trying on purpose. I'm gonna say that again. I feel like niggas be trying to go federal on purpose. But not on purpose, because you know what you're doing, and it's just a matter of time, basically. Because in these small towns, bro, these little jails, bro, they be all white people, bro. I think I was in a jail in Clarksburg. Nigga, there was 2 black people on an entire pod, including me and another black dude, and we ended up being cellies. So, getting arrested in different rural places and little counties, and that should be a whole nother life experience.
These states, based on what they laws carry for these offenses now. The scariest part about this is when you going out of town doing stuff, you always got to be worried about them trying to make an example of you. That if you've been out here and you really been on them highways and you do you don't want to get caught out of town, bro, because they'll lose you. Some guys might get people from that place might get 5 years for the same offense that they give an out of towner 30 years for, just because they want to, make an example and set the.
Yeah, this is federal for sure. Everything about it. The amount of cash that was just over 10,000 just so happened. Like, it's just pharmacies involved, interstate trafficking, And he's a rapper. You know, they indicting niggas right now, so.
Set the tone. Don't come here with that. Don't come from nowhere else and come to my spot with that. That's how law do. That's how they do it. So feds may not be a bad thing. You know, it may be a situation where he actually want to get into some federal custody because he might don't.
Nah, they don't want to do that. Because when you gang affiliate and come in with them type of jackets, you know, you're going to the max, gang. You hear me? You're going to the max. In the state's sweet. It's just different. You're just gonna be with some broke, drunk alcoholics, niggas who ain't paying their child support, or you're gonna be with some cartel, mafia members in the feds. Totally different experiences.
Only get 5 or 6, where you know you might get 30 from the state of Ohio. They crazy with it. I ain't gonna lie. They is crazy with it.
Nah, you gonna get 30 with the feds, gang. Fuck you talking about. I got 5 for nothing. I was the lowest nigga on the totem pole. Like, these niggas. And once they get their phones and go through their phones and shit, man, there's too many enhancements involved in this case already. It's a lot of enhancements.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI.
If you want to start your own streaming platform, man, you get $10 off of StreamYard. Use the code down below. Tap in. See if you can work this shit alone. If not, let me know. I will assist you. I'll put the link down low.
It though is like they trying to make this a Fed case. You know, they saying they hit a couple spots. He flew in. They got him. They emphasize a rental car. You know, it's all the small minor details. I tell y'all all the time, bro. Battle rap financially, it's a facade. You know, and that's even for the top tiers, man. Financially, it's a facade. And ain't nothing wrong with that. It's all about the imagery. But as somebody who has actually been in these plays, like I'm telling y'all, I pulled up to Gnome 9 with that 10,000, and you would have thought I had $1 million. You know, like them niggas really didn't look like they had $500 on them.
Shout out to Byron Blake because he's in the battle, so he know more than I do. But them niggas get money, guys. You know what I'm saying? All the features and the niggas get movie roles and all type of, you know, a little side money. And I would think Geechi Gotti was one of them. So, and bro, when you make moves like this, bro, you feel me? You gotta move a little different, bro. You can't move with a car full of niggas, bro. That's crazy. It's 2026, bro. That's crazy work.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it was just they ain't want to do it. I don't know, but you know, I'm out here with $10. Like you would think that niggas will flash their money and shit just to be like, yeah, nigga, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because it's that type of environment. It's battle rap, niggas showing off. You know, you would think like, I don't know, bro. Maybe it's just. Maybe they were scared. Maybe they like this nigga trying to line us up. He trying. I don't know, but just the way that encounter went with me, I'm just like, yeah, battle rap niggas ain't really got no money, you know? So that's why I kind of faded to black on it, because when it's an environment like that, that's why you see so much of blackballing and people trying to block people from events and, you know, all of that type of activity, because niggas really fighting for them scraps for real, for real. When you getting money for real, certain types of things don't even be on your mind. Who I'm getting money, I'm picking up 50,000, 25,000. I don't give a damn who y'all let in here. What do them being in the building got to do with me getting this 25 G's? So, you know, I ain't even, you know, that's just my take on it. But yeah, man, this don't look good, man. This don't look good. I wouldn't dare laugh at nobody in this situation. You know, if you ask me, it looked like my boy done dropped a couple of them gators. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel them though, like, damn, because you know when you get jammed like that, you jam. And then with them saying he the driver, and you know what I'm saying, he the person that smashed off, it make him look a lot more guilty than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It make him look like
Hey, let's be. They don't even give a fuck. Fleeing and looting is not even. If you go federal, that's not even. That's not even gonna be in there, bro. Like they go for the cases. Like they'll let you plea outs and knock them type of charges off. They ain't even gonna add them. Them ain't even worth adding type shit. You feel me?
he already knew what was
In the state, they will. They use shit like that. The feds, that's too petty. They ain't even. If it ain't no assault charges, you know what I'm saying?
going on. Passenger could play dumb.
Or you can have state and federal charges. You feel me? Meaning you could go deal with the feds, but the state still want their parts. You feel me? Do your homework.
Man, I don't know what I was just in the car, you know, but it make him look like. And then who knows what the details is of the other crime, you know, they previous, you know what I'm saying, case like this. Like, we don't know if somehow somebody said he was the ringleader or some shit like that. And then now we got this situation where you driving off, and then when the feds.
I thought bro was selling weave, bro. Like, I thought niggas was like had real like legitimate businesses on the low. Like, I ain't know niggas was still under the microscope, still playing. You can't be under the microscope playing with your life like that, bro. You already under the microscope. You know, you gotta make a choice. Them niggas probably would be good if Geechi wasn't in it. He too hot, bro. There's too much going on, bro. You supposed to be in the studio, cuz podcasting gang, like
hear shit like that, they really come because now they like, oh man, you know, he organizing this shit state to state. So we don't know what them details is like.
He's supposed to send them niggas, bro. He's not supposed to be on that mission. That's where they fucked up
at. Like, you know, but just being the person who was driving and actually smashed off, that make him look guilty. That make him look bad. You know what I'm saying? In the eyes of the people, it's like, yeah, you knew what was coming. You tried to get out of there. Shit, they could say he put officers in harm, smash.
I was scared, nigga. I seen 4 cop cars. I might have pulled out too, bro. Like, it's surprised was no high-speed chase, bro. To be honest, sitting up shit in that car to where he could have got funky. I don't know what happened, but the whole point to pull on from going to high-speed chase is to get rid of this shit. Nowadays, niggas going high-speed chases for no reason, still get caught with the gun. Or how the fuck you get caught with the gun? You be on a high-speed chase. Hey, man, I gotta tighten up, bro.
Off could have hit an officer. All types of shit, man. So we'll see. Like I said, they got 60 days to take it in front of a grand jury. I don't think it's gonna take that long. The way that officer was just naming off the information that they got, and you know the way they told dude his name when he, what you arresting me for? They, oh shit, cause you woo woo and you been woo. It's like they know, bro. It's like they got some good intel. It's something that they left behind, a fingerprint. But they said they've been watching them since they flew in. So this might be already part of a bigger investment.
That flying shit make you hot, bro. And I know the whole argument before they left was, niggas, we gonna fly or is we gonna drive? It was like, nigga, I ain't driving all that, bro. Bro, you gotta take the harder way, bro. The easy way, they be watching the easy way, bro. That's why niggas don't last long who take the easy way. You gotta create and do shit different for you to even get some type of run out this shit. Like,
investigation. Who knows, you know? But that's just my take on it. Of course, this is all alleged. Ain't nobody been convicted of nothing. I ain't seen nothing that I can say they did it. You know, I'm just going off of how the police talking, and you know, they take of it. The police lie all the time. They do all types of stuff. So we don't know, you know, what the details is for real. Like I say, they say they've been targeting them. They was watching them. So that could play a part in it too, you know? But hit that hype button before y'all get up out of here, man. Hit that like button before you.
hey, man, good shit. Shout out to Blake again, man. I just hate seeing rappers keep not making that decision, man. Because I know there's money in music. So that means y'all got people around y'all that's not showing y'all where the money at in this music shit, man. Something wrong, bro. But that's it right there for that one. I got another one dropping for y'all, man. Freaky Gotti. Just gotta move smarter, man. And I'm out.